What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing well tonight. Just to kind of set the stage before we get started, I had a tech out from our ISP to check our connection here at the house. He said something was definitely going on with the upload speed, but couldn't really put his finger on it here. Escalated it, made a couple of calls, and long story short, they found that they have a fiber cable that has been nicked, and for some reason it's causing some issues with the uploads. So that's in the process of being fixed, but as far as I know, it's not been corrected yet. So I've adjusted some settings, and hopefully everything's going to run as smoothly as we can with the connection that we're getting. We're just going to roll with the punches and see how it goes. And like I said, at least we know that it's being taken care of now. So I think we've got everything kind of set up to where it should run okay for what we're dealing with at the moment. As you can see here, we're going to be playing some Final Fantasy XIII tonight. This is actually running on the Steam Deck. Let me turn up my volume here for my monitoring. And I've got this docked, so you're going to be seeing it full screen, but this is running on the Steam Deck. It's ran pretty good for me so far. Not a lot of complaints. So we'll just jump in and kind of see how everything goes. You can see there I'm 3 hours in. We're at chapter 3. So not too far. But I wanted to take some time with this game. I think it's highly underrated. I know it's linear, but there's a lot to like here about this game. Just to catch you up on where we're at here. Chapter 3, Casting the Net. Lightning and the others leave Snow behind with the crystallized Sarah as they continue their flight across Lake Brescia. Blah, blah, blah. In order to hunt down and exterminate the purged fugitives, the government is mobilizing an inordinate number of troops. So pretty much what's happened is we've left off with Snow staying with Sarah. The rest of the party is still trying to escape. And we've had several ships come in that have brought soldiers in. And right now we're just trying to get out of Lake Brescia. We're trying to get out of Dodge and make sure we're not caught in that net that they're setting up to catch anybody that is left behind from the purge. So that's why chapter 3, Casting the Net. And let's take a look at our map here. Yeah, we need to be headed north down this path. And apparently I saved right before a cutscene.
This whole place is crystal.
I wonder what it'd be like to become a crystal,
You gonna complete your focus?
And of course our entire party at this point have become Lassie.
Maybe.
From coming into contact with the Foul Sea
Yeah, I probably don't want to know.
towards the end of chapter 2.
Hey, Lightning. Did Sarah say anything to you about her focus?
Nothing.
You know what? She probably didn't want to worry you.
Or she just didn't think she could trust me.
Oh.
If you haven't played this, one of the things that always stands out to me is the soundtrack is amazing. This game has a really good soundtrack. And this battle theme will get stuck in your head for days. Maybe this battle will be long enough for us to get to where it picks up. Not quite. One thing I always have to get used to when I come back to this game is that the camera controls, I mean, they're there. It's a 3D game. You can control the camera, but it definitely feels like going back that old style of camera control where it's just wanting you to kind of adjust the viewpoint and leave it. You shouldn't be adjusting the camera constantly, and that's hard for me to fight against because I'm used to doing this. I'm used to just being on the right stick and just moving the camera around, and I don't think that's really how they intended this to be done. Always take our chance to save. And if you're not a big JRPG person, you're starting one and you're not very familiar, something I would always suggest is make multiple save files. Keep them rolling. That way if you ever need to revert to one, you can. Oh, I wanted to get the preemptive strike there, but we didn't get it done. We actually have to do some paradigm shifting here. You know what? Run Libra on this. Now, our party should know to use the weaknesses. Get that stagger bar up. Shift just long enough for Vanille to heal us. Shift back. We miss. It would have been back a little further. I want to make sure we're not missing a treasure chest in here. And we would have. A little off here. Treasure chest. Nice. Or treasure orb, I guess. We have the preemptive strike coming in from behind. No, we didn't. Okay. Not sure why we didn't get the preemptive strike there. We'll push it a little further with lightning here. Yeah, we'll be fine. So if lightning is KO'd during combat, it doesn't matter if other party members are up. That will be a game over. So that's something you always have to watch. So typically I don't like to even let lightning have her HP drop into the yellow, but thought we could kind of chance it there. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Treasure chest here. Yes. And we got the preemptive strike this time. Gotta stagger that Crusader first. Go ahead and get it out of the way. Okay, we're gonna have to go ahead and heal lightning. We haven't even taken out one of the enemies yet. I think that'd be a little too much. So, I was watching Tarkov Gaming streaming the other day. He was playing some Final Fantasy 14. By the way, if you get a chance, always check out his channel. He's doing some cool stuff on Final Fantasy 14. Always has an interesting stream to watch. But we were discussing this game, and he said that at every battle, if he didn't get the 5-star, he would reset and redo the battle. That way he never moved on past the battle without the 5-star rating. And I just feel like that takes a high level of patience, especially when you get later in the game, to not want to keep moving forward. So hats off to him for taking the time to do that. That's not the type of run we're going for, though. As long as we clear the battle, we're going to move on. And as you've seen, I'm playing on easy mode. It's not my first time playing this game, and I'm doing it more just to push through. I'm not trying to play for a hard challenge. That's not what I'm doing. I want to finish this up, and my goal is to play the entire trilogy. 13, 13-2, and Lightning Returns. We may end up having to play 13-2 on PlayStation 3. The first game, Final Fantasy 13, that we're playing here, and Lightning Returns, both run well on the deck, but there have been some issues with 13-2. So we'll see if that's been worked out by the time we get around to playing it. Be a chest here? Is there a chest?
It looks like we can get through
No.
here.
Save? I think they spotted us. But again, game running very smooth on the Steam Deck. I would say it's running just as well, if not better, than natively on the PlayStation 3. And it runs just as well handheld, because of course, unlike with the Switch, when you dock the Steam Deck, there's no performance difference. It runs the same docked as it does in handheld. May need to
Stay sharp.
heal up. Don't want to give this executioner the chance to take lightning out. There's the stagger. Sorry guys, contact's bothering me. As you could probably tell with that enemy, a lot of times the stagger bar is crucial. You're not going to do much damage until you get that stagger bar up. I want to make sure we're headed the right way. These guys not really putting up too much of a fight. Did a little bit of damage to lightning there. Alright. Hey, nope. No way we could get close to them to get the preemptive strike.
Just stay out of my way.
Oh, nope. Wait and let her heal up Saz as well. Get lightning healed up. Here we go. I don't think we 5-star that one. We'll probably get a 4-star. Yeah. Took us a little too long because of the time I spent healing. This should be fairly quick. These guys don't have much defense. The only thing about, I was going to say the first section of this first section of the game, but really probably about the first 2/3 of the game, with it being that. I guess we could have came through that way. So I was going to say though that through the first 2/3 of the game, you don't have a lot of ability to grind. You're going to get into the battles that are here, and that's it. There's not going to be anywhere to go and grind and level up. So luckily, there's not a lot of places that you get to a real choke point, but there are a couple of battles that you just really have to figure out the strategy. There's not going to be any over leveling and just kind of brute forcing your way through it. You're going to have to play it a specific way to get through. And then once it opens up, you have the ability to grind a little, which helps, but that's not something you can really do, like I said, through the first 2/3 of the game. I think that you could reset at a save point and backtrack a little to grind, but like I said, not anything that's significant and nothing that's going to be enjoyable. It's going to be mind-numbing to just keep resetting a save point. Switch over to diversity. Come on, Vanille, get us healed up so we can move back into assault. There we go. Relentless assault. Who's firing from a distance? See if we can push through without needing to switch back over to diversity. Oh, we need to heal up Saz. We're about to lose him if we're not careful. Oh, we finished it without healing. So part of the point of what I was getting at there is that since you don't have many options to grind, I've never really found any areas where I wanted to take the routes to skip the battles. Like, I feel like it's always worthwhile to just do the battles. Oh, there's an orb here. one over on this side as well. I think we're about to have a boss battle here, if I remember correctly. Trying to remember this boss and if this was one of those battles where I'm going to need to adjust my paradigms, or if I can just run with the two that we have so far.
I want to look around.
Things are looking a little better with the stream quality, so hopefully it's holding fairly well. Right, let's do this. Garuda Interceptor. Oh, you know what? We need to run Libra. Find out what its weaknesses are. Okay. Stay over to the right side. Vulnerabilities. Normal, 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 normal. Weakness, immune, normal, normal. Dagger point is at 170%. And by running Libra now, party should automatically adjust to using the abilities that it's weak to and avoiding what it's immune. Not a choke point at all. We were able to take it out fairly quick.
It's charging up.
That's right. Phase 2.
Its last moments.
Unfortunately, at this point in the game, we don't have any summons yet. So, we don't really have any crazy techniques or anything to use on it. Kind of got to grind away. Oh, should we? Let's run Libra on it. Because I just realized... Okay, so nothing has changed with vulnerabilities, just the stagger point for phase 2. Switch over to diversity while we have it staggered. Get cured up.
Stay sharp.
Go back to the assault. May take 2 staggers before we finish it. Maybe not. We can push the attack. Get that stagger percentage up. Oh, we were able to do it there. You can see there Saz and Vanille both opened up new roles. Synergist and Saboteur respectively. Rather.
Check it out.
Come on, hop to it. Let's go.
We've got a way out of here now.
This'll make things easier.
Yeah, knowing our luck, it's probably missing an engine.
You shouldn't be so negative.
And you shouldn't get your hopes up.
I'd highly suggest, if you decide to play this, read the prequel stories, the little novellas that you can find online. It adds a lot of context to what's going on. And it's things that you will pick up as the game goes on, but if you've read those, it makes just that little bit of difference. And I really enjoyed progressing through the game knowing what you find out in those novellas. So this will be moving us on to chapter 4, I do believe. Now we could jump back to Snow. Still here with Sarah, frozen in crystal. Sarah, that is frozen in the crystal, is Lightning's younger sister and Snow's fiance. And she was a Lassie that has completed her focus. So she was frozen in crystal to have eternal life, is at least what the legends say is the reason. I believe, if I remember correctly, it won't be long and we're going to get our first summon here with Snow. Snow, of course, voiced by Troy Baker. But you're probably more aware of Troy for his work as Joel in The Last of Us. I really enjoyed his role in Death Stranding as well. We may need to heal up here. Yep, that's item, potion, hurry. Why did the potion not heal? Oh, it's doing very little to heal him. His HP is too high. Yeah, so here we go. I believe this is where we get the first summon.
What's he doing? Watch yourself. Stay alert.
Okay. Trying to remember. There's a catch here. There's a technique for taking these guys out. And I can't remember what it is. Yes, we'll view the tutorial. Explains how to fight mighty beings known as Eidolons. At the start of battle against an Eidolon, a time limit is imposed on you via a doom counter. As you demonstrate your power to the Eidolon, its Gestalt gauge will slowly fill. Attack the Eidolon until the gauge is full, and then press X to claim victory. X, I'm playing on a Xbox One controller. So, if you're playing on Steam Deck, of course, it's the same layout. Attacks are not the only way to charge the gauge. Using the Libra technique may provide you with hints as to which additional abilities can be used. Defensive rolls are effective against the Shiva sisters. So, I'm going to use Libra. Yields to those who amass chain bonuses. And we'll throw some attacks here, and you'll see it charges some, but not much. So, go into a Sentinel, see if this helps. And you can see the Gestalt gauge going up much further there. Maybe we need to try attacking now some. Go back to Sentinel. Like I said, there we go. Maybe we just want to stay with Sentinel paradigm here. That roll and just keep hitting Steel Guard. Maybe that was what I couldn't remember, was that it wouldn't just keep going up from using it over and over, that you had to switch back and forth. Let's see. So let's switch over to Commando, throw a couple of attacks here. Okay, you can see there on the right hand side it popped up the little prompt to press X. Like I said, I think the key there is that you've got to switch back and forth. You can't just stay in the Sentinel mode, but you definitely have to use it. That's what gives you those big bursts. But if you know better than that, if there's a better strategy and I'm just overlooking it, being blind to it, of course, let me know. Whether you drop it in chat now if you're live, or if you're watching on YouTube later, leave a comment and let me know.
Twin sisters. I gotta hand it to you for taking them down, but don't gloat just yet. Might come a time you wish you'd let them end it and made things easy.
Our next party member.
More of you, huh?
He's a Lassie. Take him.
Back off.
You want to keep breathing? Shut up and come quiet.
Bring her this way! Careful now! Come on!
You can see they're transporting Sarah there. They've actually cut her out of the crystal.
Sarah. Sarah!
Still looking okay so far. If nothing else, at least we're not dropping frames, so everything should be running a little smoother, even if we drop a little quality here and there. But so far, everything's looking okay on my end. I'll check the playback later.
For you, I'd worry about myself.
This is a pretty good cutscene here. And really, to be from the PlayStation 3 360 generation, graphically this game still holds up pretty well.
Did we get him?
We got one of them. They're still behind us.
Stop that! Hey, I said stop! You wanna die?
How are you gonna lose them?
You got me, kid.
Then let me.
No, thank you.
Excuse me.
They're still on us? We're taking hits. Come on, give me a break. Hang on. Ah, for the love of all that's good. Huh? Ah.
Next, an update on the status of the Purge. Just moments ago, the Sanctum announced the successful conclusion of the Purge, along with the safe arrival of the cocoon migrants to their new homes on Pulse.
Yes, that is correct. There's no denying the enormity of the strain the Purge placed on us all. But given the tens of millions of lives at stake, there truly was no alternative.
Primarch Daisley stood by the move, stressing the necessity of the relocation. When asked about the possibility of future purges, the Primarch remained non-committal, stating only that he would seek counsel with the Fal'Cie Eden and weigh all options before making a decision.
Yeah, that's right. If it makes the Sanctum look bad, it never even happened.
In all the centuries since the War of Transgression, Cocoon has been spared pulse aggression and prospered for it. It is essential that we maintain this peace. That is the Sanctum's focus. We will continue employing every resource available to combat these threats to the harmony of our society.
Meaning, we'll be running for the rest of our lives.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
who is this guy?
I mean, what do they teach kids these days? He's Gallant Daisley, the Sanctum Primarch. Murderer-in-Chief.
According to our Insta
Just
poll,
another
nearly
tool
90%
of the
of Cocoon
Fal'Cie.
citizens agree with the
Lots of foreshadowing and
70%
things that
of respondents
the rest of the party should be noticing about Vanille that they just seem oblivious to.
Let's purge everybody. That'll fix it. Oh, hey. Points for perseverance. A Sanctum Fal'Cie up close and personal. Cocoon's own light in the sky. Here we go again.
Fly in. We'll lose him in there.
I like this Fal'Cie.
There's more of them.
So like I said, very nice cutscenes there. I really like it showing how much of a pilot that Saz is. That Saz really has an ability there that we're not really told about. You just see it there. We're at the Vile Peaks, Cocoon Deadlands.
Hey.
Hey, wake up! You gotta wake up! Look!
Hey, slow down!
Ready!
Gotta keep you kids safe, right?
Gotta jump right back into action. Again, these Pantherons don't have much defense, so typically they're not too bad. This might be a good time to level up though and spend what Mysterium points we've built up. Because this game does not level you up automatically, you do have to do it manually.
Man, I'm beat. What? No break?
They're tracking us.
I know that, but we aren't soldiers. We don't have your kind of stamina.
You got enough to complain.
Oh, that's... Forget it!
Vanille's leg at a very weird angle there.
I'd stick with her if I were you.
Later then.
Come on, let's get going.
Get going to where, exactly? The whole of Cocoon's against us. No matter how far we run, there's no escape. That XIII clock, it's still a ticking.
There's still time. You
A XIII
old man.
is a monster essentially, and it's what a l'Cie will turn into if they don't complete their focus.
Can't change. A kid like you would not understand.
Yeah, I'm a kid. I don't understand.
Well, I guess we can be fugitives together. Oh. You ready?
Ready!
Hey.
Oh, oh. Let's do this. So for Saz, we know he's opened up another role here. But for now, we're going to level up his Ravager. Flip over to get the strength. Magic up. Up arrow. We're able to get a decent amount there. For Vanille, I always like to start with her medic abilities because of her being one of our main healers. I think that's as far as we can go with her medic. We've still got some CP left for her though, so we will go with her Ravager for now. And the abilities that you see here will only be with each role, but the stats, the magic up, the HP up, things of that nature, are for every role. Can we not? Thought that we could do. I guess we can't do the characters that are not in the party at the moment. Thought we could, but I guess not. Optimize him for offensive. Let's optimize her for defensive. Doesn't matter. No. We'll go defensive because it's the same defensive or offensive there. And the paradigms, we could actually create more if need be.
Shall we then?
Make sure we're not missing an orb. I have a feeling there's one over here. There's not. I'm gonna try to go to the right first, I guess. Oh. We can't do that.
End of the road.
But at least it's not the end of the line.
Is this the flashback with Sarah and Snow? So what we're seeing here is the night before everything happened with the purge. The night before everything fell apart.
They didn't disappoint this year.
Day 11, the seaside city of Bottom.
You look dreamy, Farron. Wishing on fireworks, were you? And you call yourself a soldier? Ah.
Sorry, Lieutenant. But I really don't think guard duty is my calling, sir.
Well, lucky for you, your shift just ended. Pack it up and go home.
But, sir,
SciComm found something in the vestige nearby. They don't want the Guardian Corps here stepping on their toes. I'm sure you heard about the accident at the Uriday Gorge energy plant, and how it has the SciComm lads in a tizzy.
yeah.
The events there that he's referring to is something that you can read about in the novellas that I was talking about earlier.
You're taking tomorrow off?
Sir, for my birthday, sir. My sister, she insisted on it.
21, huh? Maybe it's a good time to send off that letter of recommendation for officer training.
Lieutenant,
You're past due for a promotion, Farron. Think of your sister and your future, and keep your nose out of trouble.
out of SciComm business, you mean?
Yeah, nothing good will come of it. Nothing but grief. Whoa, look at that one! Whoa, whoa, ho!
How right you were, Lieutenant. Just you?
For now, I guess. Should we wait?
They'll catch up, eventually.
Lightning's not waiting for anyone. So Hope has access to the Synergist role. Synergists play a supporting role in combat, using their abilities to enhance and strengthen themselves and their allies. As a synergist, Hope can learn abilities to improve the party's defensive capabilities. Currently, Hope can use the Protect spell, which raises the target's resistance to physical damage. As he develops in the role of synergist, Hope will also be able to learn Shell, which boosts magic resistance. With both of these spells at his disposal, Hope will be able to help the party endure a wide variety of attacks. When he has gained adequate CP, open the main menu with Y and select Crystarium to teach him Shell via Christogenesis. So I don't think that he has enough now, but we will go ahead and spend our CP. Yeah, you can see both of them have 1100, so I'm gonna go ahead and level them up some. We will go Commando first. Lightning. Almost made it all the way through what we have open now. And with Hope, you'll see he is a synergist, medic, or ravager, excuse me. So the medic, he ends up being kind of like our backup healer when we don't have Vanille. We will start with his synergist first though. And then the next time we start to level up, we will do the medic. Okay, that's down around the other way. And you can see there he had enough to go ahead and learn Shell that it was speaking about. I made it all the way through what he has there, so then we'll spend the rest in his medic tier. Okay, so we've spent our points and leveled them up some.
All the junk around here came from Pulse, didn't it?
Jump over here. We'll have a battle, but we'll also have our orb here. Our treasure orb. And Hope reminds me a lot of Saz as far as strategy wise. They both kind of end up being jacks of all trades, but masters of none. He's not going to be your best healer. He's not going to be your best saboteur, ravager, synergist, but he'll be decent at all of them. Which I guess he does a good job of fulfilling the role of what they set him up for. He's definitely a support character for you.
This stuff is what was left over from the scrap that Dao Si took from Pulse to repair Cocoon.
So these watch drones, if I'm remembering correctly, and I may not, but I'm pretty sure they have an attack that if the fight goes on too long, it hits pretty hard. Maybe it's this, the electro kick? Yeah.
Stay out of my way.
Is Hope down? No, he's okay. Yeah, I knew they had an attack that I thought hit harder than you really would expect for them. Which Hope, of course, doesn't have the highest HP either. Where we're heading. So funny in a game that's known for this, like I said, first half to 2/3 being so linear, I still have that habit of wanting to check my map. Guess it's something that's just ingrained. I can't break it. Wondering if we need to. No, we'll be okay. Just a split second I thought about switching over and letting Hope heal up, but we may have lost the 5-star then. We've taken just that split second too long and would have bumped us down to 4 stars. Oh yeah, these guys, these pulse work soldiers, really strong against physical attacks until you get them staggered. Actually, let's maybe worthwhile to burn a TP point here. Run Libra. That way we can see those things and party will know how to deal with them from that point forward.
Can we get through this way, you think? You know where you're going, right?
I've been here on missions before.
Missions? Nothing to do with the Purge, though.
The Purge is PSICOM's baby. Our military is split into 2 arms. The Public Security and Intelligence Command, known as PSICOM, and the Guardian Corps. I was Guardian Corps, Bodum Security Regiment.
Wait, but I don't get it. If you're not PSICOM, then why did you board the train?
For Sarah.
Day 13, Bodum Station.
Join the end of the line. Attention Purge deportees. Follow instructions and stay in your lines. Personal belongings will be returned upon arrival. Halt! Do not leave your lines! This is for your own safety! Huh? What's the GC doing here? This op's under PSICOM direction.
So direct me. Let me on. I want to be purged.
Only civs get purged. Sanctum staff and soldiers are exempt. Huh?
Then I quit.
Line up!
Lightning, willing to go through so much for her sister.
Excuse me. Hey, lady. What gives?
I volunteered.
Really? You don't look ready to go quiet into that good night.
You want quiet? You better take the next train.
Well, now I really want to see what you're up to.
And of course, this leads directly into where we start the game.
And out of my reach. My only chance to save her was to join the purge.
You're telling me you got on that train so you could save your sister? That's crazy. I could never do something like that.
It's not a question of can or can't. There are some things in life you just do.
Easy for someone like you to say. Lightning!
I never noticed the shadow on the cliff there.
She left me.
Didn't really look like it should have been there. It looked out of place.
1, 2, 3, up we go.
What are you up to? Hey! Wait up!
Okay, so taking a look at the time, getting close to ending the stream here, so we'll be looking for the next save point. Taz has gained access to the Synergist role. Synergists play a supporting role in combat, using their abilities to enhance and strengthen themselves and their allies. Same thing that we had just seen there with Hope. Just letting us know the different things that he'll be able to do. Strengthen us. At times you'll encounter enemy groups engaged in battle with one another. With their attentions occupied, it becomes easier for you to initiate combat with a preemptive strike. Coming into contact with a member of either side will initiate a battle against both. However, the enemies may not even notice your presence at first, continuing to fight one another instead. When this occurs, it is most effective to concentrate all of your attacks against the side you expect to have the most trouble defeating. Once you've defeated the first group of enemies with help from their foes, you can turn and fight the already weakened second faction. Pick your targets poorly, and you may be left waging a long and bitter battle against overwhelming odds. Okay, so just kind of setting the stage for what we'll be running into right up there, but we'll be picking that up on the next stream. We're going to save here and call it a night. I've got some things I need to do, and I also want to check the quality of the stream. Like I said, with all the tech issues we've ran into, don't want to run too long without checking it. Make sure things are running a little better. But I've enjoyed it. I really like this game. Like I said, I think it's vastly underrated for as good as it is. Yes, it's linear, but not every game has to be an open world. So there's a lot to like about this game if you haven't played it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope everybody has a good night. And if you'd like to, of course, you can always follow here on Twitch. You can follow on Twitter. You can subscribe on YouTube. If you decide to do any of those things, I would greatly appreciate it. It'll always help me out as far as helping boost numbers and with the algorithm and all of that junk that we have to worry about trying to get the stream out in front of more eyes. But thanks for being here, and I'll see you guys next time.